I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. If you want to get on top of managing your money and have had it with budgeting, this might just be the read for you. Ramit Sethi is aware that a budget, while a valid idea, is kind of like a diet. It is tough to stick with and you may end up hating it. Diets are seldom the sole path to improved physical health, just as budgets are seldom your sole path to becoming rich. As a technology and psychology major, Sethi sees money as a way to understand human behavior. He approaches the topic of becoming rich with some high-level questions. What is your relationship with money? How would you describe a rich life? What brings you joy? Be specific. When he first asked himself these questions, he said being able to buy an appetizer when he went out to eat would make him feel rich. Knowing what you desire is the first step toward achieving it. When you aim for something truly important to you instead of just keeping up appearances or meeting others' expectations, you tap a different level of strength within yourself. Being rich isn't about a balance sheet, it is about emotional contentment. Living a rich life shouldn't be a dream on a distant horizon like your retirement. Sethi uses the example of giving up $3 lattes in order to retire well as not being realistic. If $3 lattes are your thing, then forgo some other purchases that are less important to you and enjoy your lattes. Enjoy the journey is a cliche, but the idea is that as you earn, you can still take care of your health, you can still travel, and you can still enjoy time with friends. Fill in what is important to you. The alternative is putting off everything until you have financially arrived, and research shows that waiting to enjoy life later doesn't usually come to fruition. A rich life is not going on a blind spending spree. Clarifying what you really want, what means something to you, can help you live a rich life. As you can see, Sethi's approach is unique. His book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, has some takeaway points that may help you see your money and your life differently. One of the book's main suggestions is an alternative to budgeting. Set up a conscious spending plan as follows. 1. 50 to 60% for fixed costs, rent or mortgage, bills, debt payments, taxes, and so on. 10% for investments, your retirement and other long-term savings. 5 to 10% in savings, shorter-term savings for upcoming events, anticipated purchases, or perhaps a down payment. And 20 to 35% for guilt-free spending. This may just be a theoretical guide if you are financially struggling or in deep debt. Whether you are in deep debt or not, Sethi recommends that you focus on earning more instead of nickel and dime savings, thus the advice not to fret over a latte. Ways to get more income include negotiating a raise at your current place of employment, or seeking a higher paying job elsewhere. You could also pick up additional income by freelancing or taking on extra work. Instead of being cheap, be frugal with your spending, buying value in areas that are important to you and viewing purchases from a long-term perspective. Why purchase cheap running shoes, for example, that will wear out soon and may be bad for your feet? If you love running, invest in doing it correctly and comfortably. One huge perk the book promises is less time spent on money management. Sethi says you can get it down to 3 hours a month. The key is front-loading time initially to set up a system that will nearly run itself. Here are the steps. 1. Salary. Set up with your employer that 5% of your salary goes into your retirement savings plan. Make sure to check if your company offers a 401k match. The remaining 95% should be automatically deposited into your checking account. 2. Investments. 5 days after your salary is deposited, set up automatic transfers of 5% to some sort of long-term investment savings and 5% to your regular savings account. The long-term could be a personal pension plan or another type of investment. 3. Regular payments. Set up as many regular payments as you can from your checking account, mortgage or rent, utilities, and so on. Even have your credit card payment set to come out automatically. It will be handy to have all of these taken out 7 days after your salary is deposited. You will need to call all your providers to set this up. Note, keep a buffer in your checking account in case the transaction takes place on an unexpected day. 4. Credit card. Maintain a credit card for your guilt-free monthly spending. Determine the amount available to spend by allocating the exact percent of your salary, from 20 to 35%. Here is some wiggle room for debt payment. It is important to know where some expenses are categorized. Groceries, for example, come out of your checking account. Since they will probably not be automatic payments, you must have an idea of how much you will spend each month. You may have tensed up to see that a credit card is part of the conscious spending plan. While credit cards can get out of control, they are helpful when used according to guidelines. Make sure to never miss a payment because of the damage it does to your credit score. Get a card with rewards that you can use. If you ever incur an extra fee, get it waived. Ask your company to lower your APR financing rate. Build history by staying with a credit card company over time and keep the cards active. Get more credit cards only if you pay your balance each month and have no debt. The key to using credit cards to your benefit is paying your bill in full each month. However, often huge credit card debt stands in the way of your ability to live the rich life you desire. Sethi recommends starting immediately to get the credit card debt paid off. First, clarify the exact amount of debt and negotiate with your card companies to lower your APR rate. Next, choose a method to tackle payments and stick with it. Some people are motivated by the debt snowball method, in which you pay off the smallest debts first. Others prefer the practicality of the avalanche method, in which you pay off the debts with the highest interest first. Choose a method and then make the adjustment to your conscious spending plan to allocate money to pay off debt each month. Student loans are a bit different. Continue to make regular payments until high interest debt is paid off, then realize the advantage of paying an additional amount each month on your student loans. Check with your loan carrier, but often this extra amount comes directly off your principal, speeding up repayment and saving you interest. Lastly, look for results over the long run in your investments. As you can probably tell, Sethi encourages his readers to be independent thinkers. When it comes to investing, you should not follow the crowd or jump at the advice of a supposed expert. Because most people do not have time to become fully educated in the market themselves, Sethi recommends the simplified path to investing for most people. Choose target date funds. You can make automatic monthly contributions to these. It is refreshing to hear that managing your money doesn't have to be like a starvation diet. Perhaps the biggest hurdle to overcome is to be willing to learn more about yourself. No amount of money will satisfy a desire you have not identified. So whether it is having a latte before work, sharing an appetizer when you go out with friends, or traveling with your family, identifying what brings you joy will both motivate you and allow you to more fully experience the joy of attaining it. And this concludes today's book summary. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support will help us continue pushing out great content. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again.